Hello, so today I'm going to take you through the assignment or assessment that was sent to me through the email. So this is our software developer assessment. I'm going to take you through what I have done. So the idea was to develop an API using JSON as the standard exchange format, and yeah, that's basically it. So the first requirement was to create a post request that creates a new flight entry. Then the second was to return details of flight specified by an ID. The third was to return whether the flight is classified as delayed. The fourth requirement was to return the average departure delay of airline. And this basically was to entail use of query strings to access the given airline. So if no airline is provided, then we return the airlines in totality. So the fifth was to get the top destinations, setting a limit of n. Let's say if we have 3, then it should return the top 3 destination with the most flights. The next step was put to update a record and delete to delete a record. So I'm going to take you through the process. So I used Postman as my client to test the API, and yeah, I'm going to take you through what I did. So the first step that I did was to test generally if the API works. So I created an endpoint called /test to see if my API is running. So if I send, sorry, I've not run the program yet. So flights, yeah. So our program is running. So we go back to the Postman prompt to check if the requests are being submitted. So the first was to test. So if I hit send, it returns a success message with the status code of 200, meaning that our API is fully functional. So we head on to creating a new flight. So I hit send. As much as we are getting a status code to since partial content, the API actually created a record. So if we head back to our console, we see a message says that flight was added successfully. So I didn't get to know if that's actually an Ambiorix problem, because I used GitHub to install it instead of the CRUD, where all the packages are stored. So yeah, so we get to the next endpoint, which was to get the flight by an ID, let's say 2 in this case, or 3, let's say 3. So we get a status 200 and get our data. Going to the next API was to check the flight delay to check if it's delayed or not. So for this we shall look at 30. So we get delay 0, which means there was no flight which had that delay. So we get another one, let's say 35, get 0 still, no flight was delayed. Yeah, so the next step is to get the average delay of a flight. Let's say AS, get the average delay of 5.804. Yeah, so we can test with AA2. For this, the value has changed to 8.586. Yeah, that's basically it. So the average delay of all flights, these are the airlines that we have here, and those are the average delay. We head on to the top 3 destinations. So if we change our value to 3, we should get 3 records. 1, 2, 3. Okay, perfect. And 5, we get 5 records as well. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, we had to update. So want to update flight number, let's say 4, and we'll put date to 2. So if we go back to this, that getting this one here, and we put 4, get okay, right, perfect. So we go to delete. I want to delete flight number 5 maybe. So flight deleted successfully. So if we go to this and then put 5, flight not found. So the API is working seamlessly, apart from the post which does not return the correct status code, and put which returns 206 as well. So for those two, I didn't know if it's an Ambiorix problem, because this is the first time interacting with that. But I will look more about it to know the problems around it. Okay, thank you and bye bye.